It's a time for high calorie count treats and drinks. But if you don't want to start the new year with a couple of extra inches on your waistline, you need to go into the season fully aware of what you're eating and drinking. And that's where our guest today comes in. You may recognize Brent Bishop from his many appearances on the Marilyn Dennis Show. He's a personal trainer and fitness author, and he's got some hard reality for us today, Brent.
Some hard reality. We all know that, there's a large proportion of people that do not end up making their New Year's resolutions successful.
Right.
Actually, it's about 80%. So, in knowing that, my whole thing is to try to get people thinking about it now. I mean, one of the biggest tips is to start an exercise plan before the new year begins. And that's going to make you at least aware of what's going on. You're going to indulge probably far less.
Right.
And you're going to be much more successful with that momentum going forward.
Your new book is The Think Factor, and that's because you have to get your head in the game.
You got to get your head in the game. Everyone has that trigger, right? Something that inspires them, that gets them going. And it's about sort of capitalizing on that for yourself and making sure that you're successful with it.
Okay, so we've got some pictures and information here that might help people get their head in the game.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about the things you traditionally are eating and drinking at this time of year. So here you go, a couple of glasses of red wine at your next Christmas party. What's the problem?
A couple of glasses of wine. The problem is, nobody pours a 4-ounce glass of wine anymore. It's a free pour, right? So, 6 ounces probably per glass. You're looking at around 300 calories. So what we have this is a holiday exchange workout program that I've created. And basically, 100 burpees is going to give you a burn of 300 calories approximately, depending on your weight.
Do you want to show us what a burpee
I will show you what a burpee is. For those of you that have done burpees, most people hate burpees.
It's hard.
Right? They're tough, and imagine doing 100 of them.
Yeah.
Right, so a burpee, you're basically going to bend your knees, hands down, feet out, and you're going to jump right up.
Okay. Oh, there goes your mic. Because it's hard. See, there's a lot of movement.
It is tough. And doing 100 of those, makes people think, is it worth it to have 3-4 glasses of wine?
So maybe that might help control you a little bit.
Might help moderate it a little bit.
Okay. All right. Now let's see our next example of something. Well, everybody has a little bit of eggnog and cookies at this time of year.
It's the festive season, right? So, a glass of eggnog. Some people do not realize how much calories that the whole eggnog has on it.
It's bad.
It is pretty bad. And a lot of times people will add some rum to the eggnog, right? So you're looking at, a glass of eggnog can go upwards between, around 400 calories.
Yikes.
Then you add a couple of shortbread cookies, depending on the size. That could be, did you know that shortbread cookies could be up to 200 calories per cookie?
Because it's basically butter and sugar.
It's all butter and sugar, exactly. So to burn that off, you're looking at around 800 calories. What I've recommended is it's a high knee run. So what you're doing is you're running on the spot, right? You're driving your knees up.
Okay.
And you would have to do 50 intervals, 51-minute intervals of that particular exercise with 30 seconds rest in between in order to burn off those 800 calories. Is it worth it?
I'm thinking twice now.
Exactly.
Shortbread is my weakness, though. All right, so let's have another example. This is our last one here. Cocktails.
Cocktails, yeah. So the last example, a shot or a shot and a half of liquor, gin, rum, that sort of thing, you're looking at somewhere between 80 to 100 calories alone. And then you start to add the juices to it. Right. So a margarita, for instance, could be close to 200 calories.
Yikes.
Most people don't have one cocktail at a party, right?
Exactly.
So you're going to have 2, maybe 3 cocktails. And then add a couple festive canopies with that. Next thing you know, you're in upward around 600 plus calories.
And you haven't even had dinner yet.
And you haven't even had dinner yet. And actually, that reminds me, one of the tips I give people to do is to have dinner before you go to your party.
Right.
And doing that, it's going to allow you to, you're going to go in already, partially full.
Then you're one of those cool people when the tray comes around.
I'm okay. I'll just have one. Exactly.
All right, so let's see the exercise you have to do to work that off.
Is a jump squat, which is another tough one for a lot of people. A jump squat, you're going to get down like this, put the weight on the heels and the midfoot, and you're jumping and absorbing your landing.
Okay.
So try doing that for 100. That's what you're going to have to do to burn that off. Exactly.
Okay, so now you talked about getting your head in the game, and this is traditionally the time of year when people are thinking, I better join a gym, or I better go to the gym that I already have a membership
matter of fact, a lot of people say this. Oh, the New Year's coming. I'm gonna go to the gym 5-6 days a week in the New Year.
Yeah.
Let me just focus on these parties, focus on work, having a good time, and we'll leave it for the New Year.
Right.
But you got to get your head in the game now.
Right. Okay. So that's the key. Think about it now. And should you set a goal? Is the New Year's resolution a bad idea or a good idea?
You know what? It's not a bad idea at all. But the problem is a lot of people set unrealistic goals and they have no action plan. So, like my example, I'll work out 6 days a week. they're going to fall short of
yeah,
that, right? So start with something, maybe it's 20 to 30 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week. You're going to start doing that and progress from there. And then give yourself something tangible. So if it's a tangible weight loss goal or an event goal or something that's going to...
So don't say 20 pounds, say 5?
Yeah, you could
there?
say 20 pounds, but then back it up and make those short-term goals so you're able to achieve those small segments as you go along.
All right, the book is called The Think Factor, and you can also catch Brent on Marilyn Dennis regularly. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Time for a break. Ahead in sports, the Kitchener Rangers extend their home ice win streak.